Rollins. It's hers. It's Axe. It's BBP.
So you brought another toy?
I sure did.
Oh, for the love of God. I swear to God, last week he played with BB-8 for like a half hour and never got it to work. This week he brings this
Silent lightsaber.
I don't even know. I mean, look at it on the table. It's kind of got to be weird to see on the other side.
Well, that was part of the problem is we couldn't.
Oh, I did turn the volume down.
Oh, what was that?
That's not technical. It was just us in the background talking. That's all.
I felt like it cut off.
Calm down. Hey, Ben, are you really on? I mean, you just drove from St. Louis to Chicago, and you're actually home watching now. Good for you, buddy.
Got
Good
to
for
Chicago without getting shot.
But
Wow.
okay, we can talk about that. He wants to call in, so we've got to figure out how to do that.
Oh, yeah, we got to get the Skype thing. I kind of forgot about that, setting this whole thing up. But
you know what? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get Ben on sometime.
Do we want to talk to people?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why don't we talk to people in the chat?
I want to talk to Ben.
All right.
Look at dedication to the show is what put him on.
You
know what? That's why we want Ben on the show. We need him. He's a good guy.
What is Ben going to bring to the table?
Ben can bring a lot to the table.
More than you do.
Well, that's not hard. I brought this beautiful lightsaber
that was
to the table.
fantastic.
Yeah, you bring toys.
You know what? You know what Ben does bring to the table that I don't bring to the table?
Class?
Yes. Well, I don't ever bring class anywhere I go, but he's a fan of Disney, so he will. He is. He is a.
We need to,
you know, and he can also bring a BB-8 that works.
My BB-8 works.
It didn't work last week.
It wasn't charged. You guys are jerks.
No, we're not.
Hey, way to go.
Yeah, I did it again.
3 out of the 4 weeks you don't record.
Oh!
I've been good lately. I had 3 shows in a row where I hit the record button.
Not 3 of our shows in a row.
Well, you know.
He does other shows.
You're not my only
the only one that matters.
Love in my life, so to speak.
No, we are the only one that matters.
Well,
I mean, that other one,
I
come
like
on. Well, we all like Kevin Graham, but, I mean, don't know if he's actually out listening again tonight.
No.
Every once in a while he jumps on. He's probably not home yet.
He brought me whiskey last night. So
I saw that right on the table.
Yeah.
You know, I happened to jump on Facebook as it ended, so I got to watch the replay, but you know, I was busy doing whatever hell I was doing.
I was busy not watching.
Not watching my other show.
I jumped on.
Which is fine.
I jumped on. I checked it out. I made a comment.
Yeah.
Watch out for
Got
idiots on the road. Pokemon Gen 2 just went live.
Pokemon Gen 2.
The Pokemon Go game.
That thing's still going on?
Yes, man. They just announced the Gen 2, Generation 2, so now there's new.
My mom got really into that. Like,
a lot
scary.
A lot of people did. We played, you know.
We did for a little bit.
Yeah. I got to level 21. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I was actually playing, but, you know, I was also walking the parkway with my kid and stuff.
They got really lazy with it.
Yeah,
to
they
make
did.
money. Someone at work, this is super nerdy, had a watch that flashes when a Pokemon.
Yeah.
You just
that's
hit
the
button.
lazy. That's bullshit. Dan wants a shout out. So what's up, Dan? Dan works at GameStop.
Okay.
You know, he's
Sorry.
a good dude.
Sorry.
And what do you mean you're you're level 29?
Oh, okay.
I thought you were telling me how old you were, Griffin. I didn't ask.
Well,
but,
good for you.
I mean,
guess.
hey,
Yeah,
well,
pal.
Good Lord. I'm 29.
My mom
does he like walks on the beach too?
I mean, 2 weeks ago he was a doctor, so
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
true.
That's
we got his whole dating profile on our.
we
chat
do.
here.
He's 29. He can tell
29.
you when you can't sleep, what medicine to take, and he takes great pictures. I mean, there you go.
He's an MD.
Yeah, and he's he's 30.
Oh.
Well, sorry, we didn't ask, but now that we
Apologize.
know, if there's any single ladies in
He's
the
rounding
audience,
up, you know.
he's a teacher.
Isn't that dude married?
Photography. I know that he's getting married, so I'm just
I was
joking.
gonna say.
I'm invited to the wedding. I'm a happy man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah, well, he likes me. He doesn't like you guys.
Well, what are you going to do?
You know.
No one
That's
likes
going
me.
to put him on the spot now, too.
I know. Way to
Wow.
go.
Which is fantastic. Which is fantastic. He's going to be like, God damn it.
Can I be your plus one?
Maybe.
I haven't seen Mark in.
We haven't
over a year.
seen Mark in over a year, man.
Yeah.
I actually miss that guy. He's a good dude. I'm not just saying it because he's listening to us right now, but he
Well,
actually
maybe
is good
I'm
dude.
not gonna lie.
Said, well, maybe you are. Just saying. But,
I kind of miss the wrestling business.
Yeah. No, I understand.
It's
I mean,
been
you know, for
something that we've been involved in
9
since
9.5
2002.
years, just 2CW.
Mm-hmm.
We saw each other. That's why we're friends. The
That's
three
why
of us
we're
here
here. Yes.
is because of a wrestling company, and we would see each other more than once a month on average. You know, some months, you'd see each
Double
other all
shots
weekend and
that kind of thing.
and then we would start hanging out, obviously,
Thursday.
but not in the beginning, I'm saying. But, like, yeah, man, I miss that whole
community.
Yeah. It's weird. Mm-hmm. It's weird. I mean, I was happy when 2CW closed down. Mainly
you weren't
because
the only one, pal.
Well, I know you were. You just hate the business.
I was ecstatic.
I don't even know why the hell you wrestled to begin with. You hated it. But
should we dive into that?
We can.
I guess.
I think we need to dive into
your hatred.
Your hatred towards the business and why.
Wow, he brought something to the table.
Because because I was thinking about this and I mentioned it to Levin's earlier in the week. We can't figure out.
I don't blame him.
Why you were?
I don't miss the shitty 6.
Poor Studley.
Well,
but
you were in the ring all the time with Yala. So,
but I felt like you worked for a great company.
Sure.
You had a great spot in said company.
Sure.
One of the the mainstay.
He was the main event, dude.
Kind of the face of the company for a while.
For a little bit.
And
you were always the face.
I never heard you tell me too many stories of like other promoters screwing you over or anything like
there
that.
Were plenty.
So, well, I'm just trying to figure out where this like deep hatred. You don't even like want to talk wrestling anymore.
No, it's a kind of a combination of things. I mean, it's a combination of. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 6. So, like, wrestling's been in my life since I was 6 years old. And then 10 years of doing it, 10 years of anything, you kind of get sick of it for a while.
I don't know, I guess.
No, I get that. But I still enjoy, I didn't get in the ring like you guys, you were in the ring too. I didn't do that. I still like watching it. Do the storylines kind of suck compared to what they used to be? Mm-hmm. To some degree, yes. I also think everyone looks at the older stuff, like a lot of people look at the Attitude Era like it was this amazing era. You go back and watch, there's a lot more talking than there was actual wrestling going
for sure.
on. And everyone's always like, it was so much better back then. What was better?
I think the storytelling was better. The storytelling was better then.
But that involved a lot less wrestling in the ring.
Right, and I'm not a fan of the wrestling nowadays because it's just spot after spot after spot.
It really depends on the match, though.
Right. There are some that, but for the most part,
storytelling, yes, I
agree.
Lost art now. He could tell a story when he was in the ring. A lot of you guys understood that.
I'd like to think I could, yeah.
No, you guys could.
Yeah.
I honestly think that. I'll say this. I just think you guys all were trained to tell a story in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
It was the style of training, even when you were there.
Yeah.
You were trained to do that, and that's what Derek did at his school with Patterson and everyone else that actually helped out, is that you guys learned that art that no longer exists. Mm-hmm. Guys are just out there doing, super kicks and slapping their legs.
The vanilla midgets.
Vanilla midgets, like Pun says.
Right.
Pun likes to say that. And you know what? And Ben just pops up on there and says, and there's no more competition. So it does get lackluster if there's no one for Vince to compete with right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is, but even the companies that are out there, there's not much story. It's
totally agree with that, Ben.
It's
totally
still, spot. Like the biggest tag team in the world right now, is the Young Bucks. Great people. We all know them.
Yes, they are.
Very nice people.
But you're
not a fan of their style.
They're in ring because it's nothing but spots and this to that, and the story isn't there.
Yeah.
Like if that's what you're into, that's what you're into.
That's what a lot of people are, but I don't think everyone. I think that's why you see ratings dropping. I think that's why you see attendance dropping, is because I think people are looking for the story, I guess. And I don't know if that's something you said. Now that you've started this conversation, now I'm going to ask the question.
Okay.
And I did ask the question, but now I really want a good answer. You said you could have been drawn back in at the Rumble, but it didn't do it.
Right.
Like, what were you looking for?
Anything compelling.
As a wrestling fan.
Anything compelling.
So stories.
Yeah, anything.
You were looking, okay. You're not going to get that anymore.
No.
Yeah, I see what you're looking for.
But back to the question.
Okay.
Why the hate?
Well, it stems from...
He was screwed over by a promoter, pal.
Well, I was, but...
That J.D. Love.
Not that guy.
That guy.
That guy has done amazing things for me. So, all love for JD.
Oh, absolutely.
Screwed over by Chikara.
Everyone that worked for 2CW.
Well, it didn't help that we were already trying to start a war with Chikara. That was kind of...
That came in after.
I thought we were throwing jabs
that came
before
in
that.
after.
That came in after. The jabs all came in after the fact.
All right, so
That's why they started, is
all right,
because
so
of the way
there's a little kind of
Quackenbush basically screwed him over, man.
Yeah.
In his hometown. Hey, I'm going to have you go out there. You're going to be my ticket seller in a sense. Get these 2 CW fans here to watch our product, and then you're going to be in a match with 3 other guys and lose in 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Yeah,
Something like
that made a lot of sense.
Well, and actually kind of back that story up. It wasn't so much Quackenbush that screwed me over. It was the football guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was the only guy in the match that was a Chikara guy. The only guy that knew the promotion, knew how things work backstage. And, I mean, you guys know how it worked for 2CW. You get backstage, the lineup's on the wall. It says, here's the matches, here's the order, here's the ref, this is how long you got, here's the finish. Chikara, there was an 85-page script. Yeah. I shit you not, backstage of what they wanted you to do. And it wasn't very clear. So the football guy goes up and looks, and he says, we got 9 minutes. And I'm like, fuck, great. So I'm already like...
9 minutes for 4 guys.
For 4 guys.
Right. In an elimination match, too.
Yeah, what the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah.
So we, do the match, and then when I get eliminated, I come back, and Quackenbush is pissed, and he's yelling at me, and he says, why the hell have you guys been eliminated? It was supposed to be 9 minutes until the first elimination.
Oh, I got you. What?
Read.
So I was just like, well, you should have talked. You're the guy who ended up winning the fucking tournament.
Was it the football guy?
Yeah.
All right. So
should have taken control of the situation, considering he was the one telling everybody, what the fuck was going on.
So there wasn't no one agent the match?
No. And then
see, that's the difference.
That's part of the problem, right?
Well, no, that's one of the biggest difference with. I mean, not knowing what goes on in all these other companies. Everyone that ever worked for us wanted to continue working for us.
Yes.
Because we could. I remember Steen saying, "I love coming into 2CW. Mm-hmm. I come in, I know what I've got to do.
Yep.
You let me do what I want." Mm-hmm. You're saying I walk in the back. Like you said, you would walk in the back, there's the sheet.
Yep.
Match 1, whatever. Let's say it's Kevin Steen versus wrestler A. And Kevin Steen's going over 12 minutes. Kevin Steen gets mic time. Boom. You guys figure out the rest of this shit. There's no script. You guys were trained to figure that out. And that's why I think everyone, including the Bucks, including – you name them. I mean, we actually figured it out. During the Rumble, if you take the free show, the free matches or whatever you want to call it, the free thing, and then you take all the commissioners and everyone else, everyone that's on the air, there was 60 people, I think. I don't know if I talked to you about this. No, it was Joe. 60 people appeared on the TV for the WWE that night.
Okay.
12 of them appeared in 2CW. That's 20 freaking %.
Yep.
I mean, we used all that talent, but they all still wanted to come back. And I think there was a reason they wanted to come back because.
Right. And even if, that was some of the best parts of 2CW is, we had, the sheet of what's going to happen, everything.
Don't go in the crowd.
But,
the things like that.
If you ever look at that sheet.
Well, it's kind of liberal.
It depended.
Yeah. Well, no, but for the most part,
for
the most part, they didn't want us in the crowd,
Right.
obviously, because New York State Athletic Commission.
Right, that got a little more tighter as the years went on.
That's true.
But this was the matches as written. But you look at that sheet at the end of the night; it's scribbled out, X'd out, switched, and everything else because. You could have gone up to Josh and said, "Hey, we were thinking about doing this," and then he could sit there like, "Yeah, we could do that."
If he thought it was a good idea, I mean, that's why the guy's mind for the business was freaking ridiculous.
Josh,
he still will book stuff like he watches wrestling. I don't care what he says. I know he does because he actually likes the SmackDown product, as he says. He likes the talent. AJ's on there, Cena's on there. He likes that, and he'll say, "This is what they should do." Mm-hmm. This is what they. I mean, he said it to me like with the Rollins injury. That's not real. Like wait, leave him off the air up until about 4 weeks before the WrestleMania, and then have him attack like Joe, lay Joe out and call out Triple H and say, "I'm not hurt." You know what I mean? I'm here and I'm whatever he can say whatever he wants. But Josh, I don't man, that's a great idea. They won't do it.
Well, of course not.
Well, they do look like they are going to do it, to be honest, because. Rollins hasn't been back on TV yet. Fastlane's coming up, and that's where I expect them to probably attack, Joe.
All right, so we still didn't get back. So is it Chikara that made you hate the business?
Well, Chikara was Chikara was
Chikara.
certainly
You made Axe hate the business.
a factor.
Yeah,
in that.
Quackenbush.
I will say, like one of the main things, it was a combination of Chikara and TNA, because I went and did the TNA tryout as well.
Yep.
And that went unbelievably well. But, I get in there, and basically what they did was, they had you do a couple drills or what have you, and then they had you do a 4-minute match in the tryout. And I got paired with probably like the one dude who
Green McGreenerson
definitely shouldn't have been there. He was a guy that did ring crew for TNA, and his payment was he got to do these tryouts.
Okay.
And he wasn't anybody who should ever be in the ring ever. So we did, and then the other part of that was you went and did a promo with Borash. So I went and did my promo. I came, and not only did I have to do the match, but he also wanted me to ref everybody else's match. So I reffed everybody else's match, went and did my promo, had probably 2 minutes to talk to the guy who I was going to do this 4-minute match with. Mm-hmm. And the deal was, because they're trying to find TV talent, is they timed you. And you had to come as close as you could to 4 minutes. And there were some dudes that went 7. There were some dudes that went 8. And and at the time, the guy who's running this thing is D'Lo. D'Lo's running the
D'Lo
thing.
Brown.
D'Lo Brown, and then up in the stands watching is Jarrett. So Jarrett's watching, D'Lo's there. So D'Lo's doing the timing for everything. So, we had like 2 minutes to talk, and then I get out there and I do the match with the guy, and we finish, and D'Lo stops the watch and he goes, "Well, how do you think you did?" And I was like, "Well, based on my guesstimation for the timing, I'm guessing we went a little short, but not too much." And he said, "You went 3:58."
Nice.
And I was like, "Great, that's awesome." So then he sits everybody down, like everybody's in the ring, and he talks, and he goes, and he was fucking brutal to some people, like Bobby Ocean. You guys know Bobby Ocean?
Yeah.
He goes, "So I'm guessing that you've been in the wrestling business for about a year, and you just need to work on your ring experience." He's like,
everything.
I've been in the business for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was pretty brutal to watch. And then he comes up to me and he says, "You're good. You're really good. You do not look like you should be on TV." And
So that's your.
And I'm like,
Okay.
"Well, I'm good." And then he admitted, he went on a speech to say, "We've signed guys that aren't that good, but they look good.
Right.
And we just teach them, you're good, but you don't have the look. So you're not going to make it, basically." So that pretty much soured me to that. On top of the Chikara thing, on top of multiple injuries, on top of, barely being able to walk in the morning, and then the second to last show, I got dropped in my head, and my neck popped, and at that point I was just like, fuck it. I can't do it anymore. I can't keep going, especially when the home company's closing.
Right.
Risk being paralyzed for what? For nothing.
Right.
So-
I get it. I mean,
No, I get it now.
I mean,
I didn't know that TNA thing happened like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I never heard that story, so that makes a lot of sense on why you would be bitter
Bitter as it were.
towards
Yes.
towards the business. No, I get it now.
I mean, I was same boat. Was when I finally gave it up. It was. I mean, the most I ever made was $25. That was the most I've ever made in the ring, and it was the same thing. I got that neck injury, and that
Is
was
that
it.
more than you?
Well,
No, but it was the same thing. I was wrestling ISIS, a good friend of ours,
Right.
and it was down in Jersey, and I think it was I joked that he threw me too far, but and it's something like that. I have a lot of control over that bump as well, and I just think it was my first time in front of a decent crowd,
right.
and I think because we practiced this.
Were you down in Jersey City at the YMCA?
No.
I went
And
to
the spot was a dragon suplex, right?
Yeah, it was.
Or full Nelson.
The match was a dragon suplex. Get up. I think I went for a clothesline, take a second dragon suplex. We practiced it before it, and then the show happened. I don't remember the spot, but I remember coming to face down, and my nose is bleeding. That's usually not a good sign when you take a dragon.
Dragon suplexes are scary.
Right, yeah.
And he's right. They are. I mean, just from watching.
And I think he told me that I try to finish the match, like I don't remember the finish, but that was the go home, and I was supposed to take another one for the pin.
Didn't?
And I think Valiant was there, and I think he said he was trying to interview me as I rolled out of the ring, and
You just
I walked right by him. Like I don't remember.
wow. Yeah.
I don't remember anything after that. Like I remember the car ride home a little bit, but
That's
I don't remember much
That's
of
like
it.
our first pay-per-view. I got knocked out.
Yeah, you did.
2 minutes into the match.
Yep.
Finished it somehow. I don't remember the match.
Which one was that? Was this? I don't remember which
It was-
match this was.
It was the ladder
Oh,
match.
it did turn off. I don't
Good
even know.
job, buddy. That
I don't
was
know what
good.
I charged those.
He
I didn't
does-
even notice.
I don't think he does charge them. Just so everyone knows.
I mean, it's just battery operated, man. What do you want?
I
Yeah,
think you
that
need
first
to,
night pay-per-view was amazing, though. That setup, everything
Oh,
we
yeah,
did.
that was
Was
good.
that the one where you took the ladder spot, the backdrop on
yes,
the ladder on the out?
yes.
I remember watching that because
I was up above.
I was walking around making sure everything was still going, well. And then I saw that spot happen, and we had like that caution tape blocking behind the bleachers, and I literally started to head towards the ring because I was like, "Holy shit, he's dead!" Like I was like, I
remember-
was like, he's gonna have to get carried out, and
Like I was
I don't know how you.
watching. I was up in the press box thing in the
Yeah.
in the arena, and I was up there doing some stuff, and I'm watching the match, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I think you just died." Like
And
I remember
it's-
it going like, "Oh my god."
The worst part is the camera crew that we had. They're obviously not
Yeah.
made
No,
for
they weren't-
wrestling. They
yeah.
did not have the right angle for
No,
that.
no.
No, they didn't. But
I
you
mean,
know what?
luckily there was
Still,
fans filming it, so that it is on the internet where you could see the.
It's
really
on
good
the
spot.
it's on the interwebs.
It's on the interwebs,
Nice.
and
Nice.
it.
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
crazy spot. I
like,
loved it.
I think it was like the second or third 2 minutes into the match. He throws a back kick, which I totally misjudged the timing for.
Yeah.
And it caught me square, and I wasn't supposed to fall. It was just supposed to turn me for a German.
Yeah.
And I just,
Who was that did that to you?
that was ISIS.
Huh?
Huh, there seems to be a pattern. Nah, I love you,
Same guy.
buddy. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, same
Any
guy.
promoters watching this? He's not dangerous. in the
So,
ring.
so that's our fill of wrestling.
That's our fellow wrestler.
Yeah, we'll move on.
We've learned something.
We've
today.
understood that
I
you've
s-
got
I-
a reason.
75% of the reason he hates the business is because he gave his body to the business.
Yes,
Yes.
The
No, I
other
agree.
25% is
bitterness.
just
Well-
whatever.
Well, I don't blame him though. I mean, because in the ring, I mean, not to blow smoke up your ass and kiss your ass about it, but in the ring, you were freaking good, dude.
Well, thank you.
And you really were. In
That's something you never have like a perspective on. Like to this
no,
day,
you were good, dude.
I still don't have a perspective on how good, bad, whatever.
All you've ever got to do is just watch. You were in the ring with so many different types of wrestlers, and you could hold your own. I mean, you owe everything in the business to Josh, in a sense, but the real guy you owe it to is Spike Dudley.
Oh, for sure.
Because Spike Dudley, because of that year and a half that you guys
Yeah,
do,
about a year and a half. Yeah.
because of that, anyone that came to our shows believed you could beat anyone. It didn't make a difference who you were in the ring with.
That's
right.
true.
And
You could be in the ring with a John Morrison,
Well.
no, but you could. I mean, I'm being serious. Like, it didn't make a difference. And I know you weren't in the ring with them,
No.
but you get what I'm saying. A guy could come fresh off the WWE, who everyone thinks is fantastic, get in the ring with you, and they'd be like, oh, well, I really don't know who's going to win this match. And that's because your character was built to be a badass, really, in my opinion.
it was built for
Yeah.
story.
Yes.
And,
No, it was.
and had Josh not had the faith in you, you wouldn't have been in those positions for.
That's true.
For
I mean,
8 years,
anyone
yeah.
that
Thank you, Josh.
anyone that Josh had, I don't even know if he watches. He tries to say he doesn't, but we hope he does. Anyone that Josh had faith in my opinion, like he did the right choices for a lot of those guys. Like he really did. Like if he thought, hey, I want you to do this, and if guys didn't like it, that was their own stupid decision.
That's true.
Because there were guys that were like, oh, I don't want to do what he's telling me
Thank
to
you,
do.
Griffin.
Yeah, definitely. But there were guys that Josh was like, hey, this is the gimmick you're going to have, and they bitched about it. It was like, dude, go with it.
Yep. And then
Yep.
he never worked the show again.
Go with
And
it.
then there's other guys that came in with a shitty gimmick. He gives them a gimmick, and they run with it, and they're over as hell around the world.
Yeah, well,
I think someone just came back from England.
Yeah. I mean, he was kind of doing that gimmick, but we put it.
Oh, when we put him with
No,
with Johnny Law. And,
No, exactly. mean, Dick Justice is
Or not? He wasn't with Johnny Law.
no, he
Johnny
was
Law already
he was
gone.
with Dewey at the
It was
time.
Dewey,
Dewey
yeah.
was
But
still doing it.
I think he was with Johnny Law at some point. But no, Dick Justice, my God, Dan, Jesus Christ, everyone loves him across the country, even
He's a
in
good
England,
dude.
man. Oh, dude, Dick is
Well,
a
that's
great
it.
dude.
He's a great dude.
You know, that's because in real life he's a good dude. But I mean, the character, I'll never forget them walking up and being like, well, that's not something. I mean, Jesus Christ, Griffin, you're 30 and you love Dick. I mean, come on, dude. Oh, God almighty.
That is what it is.
I know.
We don't judge here.
No, but I remember at the show, they came up, they're like, you know, we got a name for him. You think Josh will be okay with it? And I just remember saying, like, yeah, go ahead. Josh will be fine with it. Dick Justice, that's funny. Yeah, go ahead.
That was great.
Go ahead, pal. You know,
It's a good
but
time.
my God, it's good stuff. So,
So
no more wrestling.
No
We've
more
done that
wrestling.
for like 25 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
moving on.
Probably the longest we'll ever do it. Here and there, we'll bring it up
We'll
once in a
bring it
while.
up again, yeah.
You know, once in a while.
I'll try to not be
That's
as
all we
bitter.
ask.
I'll try.
That's all we
I'll make
ask.
an effort.
Hey, we're here because of it, brother.
That's true. That's
I
true.
mean, we are. We are. Yeah, that's true, Mackenzie. You did fill in for Johnny Law because Johnny Law was gone. That's right. I don't remember any of this stuff, and I didn't take any chair shots.
Johnny Law doesn't remember either.
Well,
No, Johnny Law watches this show, just so you know.
Hey, Johnny Law.
Yeah, well,
shout out to Johnny.
Mr. Law.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
So,
gentlemen,
yes.
let me
Uh-oh.
ask you
I-
Oh, good
a
Lord.
question.
Damn it. Just like school.
And you forgot to do it.
No, I
Again?
didn't forget.
You purposely.
You're just going to come up with it now.
I need to hear this question in detail again, so I make sure I have all the parts this time.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true. You completely screwed up
the first
the
one.
first one.
It wasn't completely. It
No,
was
you did.
50%. I had half.
So for those of you new, what we're doing is this is our first ever segment on the show. We debuted it last week,
And he screwed it up.
and he screwed it up. But
I didn't.
I ask a hypothetical question, give everybody a week to think about it, and then we come back and see who has the best response. The first week,
I wing it.
The first week we talked about what dead musician should do a cover that happened after they died.
I
song
missed the
came
after
out,
they died.
And he
I want to
gave
hear the
a-
replay because I don't remember the after they
Well,
died.
it's
Horrible
on
answer.
Facebook. You can go watch it.
Yeah.
I might have to.
So
I didn't give a horrible answer.
no, you did good.
Thank
did
you.
good.
I think I'm going to do all right on this one, too, because I actually thought it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this week's hypothetical ask me a question.
I really have a hard time saying ask me a question. I don't know why. I can't. I always want to say ask and not say ask. But, okay, go ahead.
Was if you could travel in time, forward or backwards, to a specific event, what would that event be?
Yeah. Harris, you're first.
Why am I first?
I don't know.
Didn't we have to do two? Wasn't there two?
No. He
I
said
thought there was
no.
two. One
No.
we had to go back Terminator style with absolutely nothing.
No.
then
Oh,
the other
yeah.
one
I mean,
you
I
Oh,
guess
okay.
that's
Well, you guys
that
put
was because you asked the
caveats
questions.
and- yeah.
You're trying to take the frickin' DeLorean back with things in the back seat, which it doesn't have, anyways. But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Beside the point. Go ahead. You got one?
I pass. I'm
Okay.
gonna go second.
You want to bring yours to the table, and I'll go with mine.
Okay, mine's very simple. One
Oh.
event in history, and I'd go naked or not naked for
Wow.
this event because it would be
Well,
appropriate.
if I went naked to my event, it might actually change things, and people would be like, "What the hell?"
because it would have been appropriate either way. Woodstock.
Oh, nice. God, I'm really kind of going completely.
See those
different.
performances? See those bands?
I'm really going somewhere different with that.
That would have been amazing.
Okay, well, mine's completely different.
Okay.
I would go back in time, and I would stop John F. Kennedy from being assassinated to see how the events of the world would have unfolded if he was not
So
assassinated.
you would completely change the timeline.
Yes.
Oh,
That was
wow.
actually kind of where I was going.
That's what I would want to do because that guy, 3 years in, obviously would have been reelected. His popularity in the country was amazing.
Yeah.
So he would have gotten a second term,
I
which would have brought him
wonder-
to 68. I just think does Nixon happen? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, things are completely going to be changed.
You wonder if we get into a nuclear war with Russia.
No, that's what I'm saying. You got the whole Cuba thing going on. I mean, Vietnam War was starting then.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all starting at that time. I mean, there was stuff going on over there already. So, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That's Jesus Christ, Ben, shut up. Good God.
What?
God.
Mine's bad.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just don't read Ben's.
Oh.
All right. So what do you got?
I mean,
fella?
when I was thinking about it, I was thinking
He's going to say this. I'm going to agree with Lovins.
No,
that's a great one. He's copying off my homework.
No, I was going not as far back because.
But you did want to change the timeline.
Yes,
as well?
I was 100% going to try. I mean, obviously, one person can't change the timeline, but I was only going back to 9/11 because I feel like nowadays,
Okay.
like the way everything in the world is right now,
Stems from
all
9/11.
kind of stems to that.
No, I agree.
Oh, I would agree. 100%.
I agree.
Now, I mean, it's
Changed
kind of
everything.
It's kind of hard to do because, I mean, all the planes came from different areas, and what do? Do you assassinate the people that are about to do it? Like how do you stop it? But you know,
Put a big net.
yeah. I mean, it's like how do you kind of combat that? I mean, I don't know, but that was the only
that's
like
actually,
direction
I
I
like
was
that.
heading.
Oh, you did your homework. See, that's good.
Well,
That's a
I
great
kept
answer.
thinking like going back to a war with today's technology and like not
Nah,
changing
see,
the
I didn't
war,
want to do
like
all that.
making
I
World
wanted
War
to
II
change
a lot quicker.
Like when you brought it up, I wanted to change history. I wanted to change the timeline or whatever you want to say if you want to bring
Sure.
the Flash show into it. I wanted to change,
Well, let
make
me
an
ask,
alternate timeline.
Let me ask you this: what if you went back, let's say an hour or two before it happened,
and
pull the fire alarm?
and downed all the planes.
In high rises like that, though, when you pull fire alarms, they don't evacuate.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking if you went back in time and put the planes, some more or less a terror alert went out and all planes were grounded.
Right. It's
That's
not
true.
like a school or anything like that where if you pull the alarm, everyone has
Then
to
I
leave.
think-
Like high rises like that, they just there's emergency doors that shut because they have fire suppression systems that are supposed to prevent anything like that from happening. Where
I'm glad I asked a fireman. That's very knowledgeable.
Well,
I'm just
no,
saying-
he has
that's what I'm
something.
saying.
It's
It's
for God's
just
sakes.
there's.
This is a great episode for Harris.
I just
Good
don't know
God.
what to do.
I mean, we're a half an hour in. It's his best episode ever.
I have good episodes. Jerks.
I also was going to have a joke, even though it's not a joke because the guy died out of it. But I was going to, you ever see Robin Williams live at the Metropolitan House?
Yes.
Back from the early 80s? Mm-hmm. I was going to say, I wanted to go back in time and be in the balcony and say, "Duck, Mr. Lincoln," so.
I mean, I had that
Well,
one.
I'm
And
just
the only other one I was thinking was more for selfish reasons. Is going back to like.
Lake Placid and seeing him win the gold?
No, I don't care about that. I mean,
What?
No,
I thought
no,
he was a hockey fan.
I'm saying selfish reasons.
Okay.
Like going back and, hey, you know what? I know what Yahoo is. I know what Google is.
Okay.
Play the market.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Write a Beatles song before the Beatles kind of thing.
Right,
Yeah.
something like that.
Screw the Beatles.
Play the lotto. Hey, I know what the numbers are going to be.
We saw Sir Paul together, sir.
Yes, we did. I like Sir Paul.
Yes.
I did. I think the Beatles are overrated, but that's just my opinion.
That was an amazing show.
That was an amazing show. It was. I mean, Paul McCartney was phenomenal. Man, 73 years old, played for over 3 hours, played, I think, 30-something songs.
It was
because
crazy.
obviously there's shorter songs
Yeah.
from that era, but good freaking Lord, it was amazing.
Speaking of
Still
performances-
stand by the fact that I think the Beatles are overrated, but that's just me. I know a lot of people would disagree, and I probably will get feedback on here from a few people, but that's
I
just
don't
my
disagree.
opinion.
I mean, obviously they have their place.
Yeah,
in
Steve
history,
McKenzie agrees with me.
Well, then write it down. Put it in the book.
If Studley agrees, it is scripture now. All right.
Did you guys see the Metallica and Lady Gaga performance?
I didn't watch the
I saw
Grammys.
the video.
I didn't watch it live.
I
but-
saw the video.
I have it on
everything
my
cutting
DVR.
out.
I just not watched it because I heard that was a train wreck.
Well, I guess the web feed had his mic. I guess that was the TV
Oh, really?
broadcast that didn't. So, according to the one I saw, because I saw the with
Well,
the,
his
with the
guitar
audio.
and mic weren't working.
on
the
TV.
one I saw, it was all there. But
Did
they
it
said
sound
that
good
was
then?
the web. Oh, it was really good.
Was it?
Like,
So
she
when you
was-
could hear him, it sounded good?
Yeah,
All right.
It
I'll
was
have to
really
watch
good.
that one then.
and I mean, they're actually going back to the way they were, so it actually sounds a lot better. Elvis and Johnny Cash all day. All right.
No, Bill, I didn't hear that. Wow. Nicole Bass died, if you remember from the wrestling.
Yeah,
Really?
industry.
surprised it wasn't years ago, but you
Yeah,
know.
no kidding.
Yeah, well, what are you
No
going to do?
kidding. That sucks.
So, moving on. Gentlemen,
All right.
let me ask you.
Oh,
a
You have a
question.
new one?
Well, it's going to be weekly.
Okay.
Damn
Well,
it.
I thought maybe we'd take a week off somewhere in there.
so
but
far I think I have a C- in this
Oh,
class.
brother, you're failing.
I think I'm doing good.
You're doing good.
I'm the head of the class.
I would say so.
All right,
I'm
thanks.
still gonna pass.
So,
That's true. You are.
Just like
You're just
school.
a C+ player at this game.
this week's
Ask
X question
Jesus.
is, if you could have a theme park after any IP that isn't already in a theme park, what would that be?
Oh.
But
So-
they're already doing it.
Well,
It's not there yet.
They've
This is
never
too
done.
easy.
They've never done mine. I mean, I can answer this
just
right
so-
now.
Well, save it for next week. But just
okay.
to throw it out there, I mean, there is Legoland, so Legos are off the
F
table.
Lego.
There's Marvel's part of
Shut
Disney, so that's already gone.
That's at Universal.
And that's already at Universal. DC's associated with Six Flags, so
Yeah.
that's gone.
Yeah.
You got the Star Wars Land coming out.
It's not there yet.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute here.
All right.
And
I like that answer. Save it for next week, Dan.
yeah, save it.
That'd be cool.
That's good.
That'd be cool.
So, to piggyback off that, they announced Star Wars Land coming 2019.
Yeah.
Won't happen.
And the
You don't
price
think so?
of
Not
price
2019.
price of tickets already went up.
They did already go up.
Yep.
For a park that's 1/3 closed.
Yes.
Yep.
Whatever.
When did Disney people say enough?
When?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been saying enough for a while.
Well, you're not a Disney fan.
No, I am not a park fan. I am not a park fan. I know the tickets go up every year, Mackenzie. I make fun of people who are going every year, paying the ridiculous amount of money they pay for it. It's just absolutely asinine. I am a fan of Disney movies. I am a fan of the characters. I am not a fan of the, I'm going to bend you over this table and stick it in as far as I can
Well, it's getting worse.
It is getting
to
worse.
get you to come to my park.
They're charging for some of the after-hour events now. Like, they're kicking you out even if you're in resorts unless you pay extra now.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that's kind of annoying. Like, I see how they're getting extra money. Like, they're doing the shuttle, where you do not have to leave the park anymore. You could go straight from Hollywood Studios to Magic Kingdom without going outside the park. So you skip the whole security thing again.
Which is a pain in the ass.
Which is great, but and it's $15 per person a day to do it. That's the kind of stuff they need to do. Hey, these are the extra little perks that if you want to be, wooed or whatever.
I mean, that could be kind of true, Ben, like that they're looking for the clientele they want to attract, but people take their entire tax return and go down there. So I understand.
Right,
what
there
you're
comes
trying
a
to say.
point where it's like
even a
it's
good
too
even
much.
a good freaking paying job. I mean, that is just way too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, just me and the wife would go, and it was like $3,000 plus.
Yeah, just for two people.
And not
Now add
including
in
the flight,
kids.
you know?
Well, I mean, you would stay at moderate hotels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying like
But it's not that much of a
it
difference.
could
between
be
them.
cheaper.
It
I
could
think-
be a little bit. I mean, we did the dining plans, the high-end dining plans, and all that because we're on vacation. We
Right.
want
Yeah,
to be.
sure.
We
Yeah,
wanna
you don't
just
want to
relax.
be eating
Splurge a
freaking
little bit.
burgers,
Right, and we
burgers
go,
and hot dogs all day.
All right, and we
Which
do the
Casey's
deluxe.
Corner, I will say.
We do the deluxe, so we get
I've
like the
been there.
signatures.
I mean, I've gone to Disney World. I've been there. I've done the entire attraction. Matter of fact, when I went, Animal Kingdom had just opened, so it was
Jeez.
really that's a
So
while
what,
ago.
94 was the last time you went?
Yeah, something like that. So I
And
mean,
now they're about to open Pandora Land.
yeah, well, then
Should
they
be
can keep
interesting.
it.
Should be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I was going to say, I don't understand. I mean, Studley's right. I mean, they raise ticket prices every year, but it's weird that they do it when the number one thing that they've done recently is a complete overhaul of Downtown Disney, which is free to go
Right.
to. I mean, I understand that
I will say this: Downtown Disney at Disneyland is freaking amazing.
at Disney World is really
I
awesome.
mean,
too.
I've done it.
Yeah,
I've done that, but I mean, the Disneyland one when I was just out there back in December, that was kick ass.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a really, really nice place for free. And there's a back entrance, which is just amazing. You can walk through this. You really, literally feel like you're walking through like something you shouldn't be walking through. But
Like
there's
a
a sign.
backstage area kind of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. But there's a sign saying Downtown Disney. So you start walking through, and you're like, "What? Should I be coming through here?" And then you kind of just walk up between two buildings, and boom, you're there. You're in Downtown Disney, and I'm just like, that's kick ass. But yeah, man, that place was nice.
I always thought they should do, before Disney decided to do it, I always thought like Lucas should, kind of build his own museum / park like outside of
Well, they
San
kind of
Fran.
did that with the ranch. I mean, that was open to the public for a
Well,
little
now
while.
he's doing the museum thing, I think, right near there, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so, yeah.
But I always said that if they just made a
Well, wait.
full-on park.
I mean, down towards
Well,
Binghamton,
they
you
are,
saw
but-
we're supposed to get a
It's part of
Minecraft.
the park.
theme park.
Well, we are getting a Legoland here too.
Yeah. We're supposed to get a Minecraft theme park down towards Binghamton. The guy already bought the land, so that's being built, and that's supposed to be freaking enormous. That'll be kind of cool.
Never saw the appeal of that game.
Well, it's not up. They're like I don't see the appeal of going to Disney every year. You know, it's the same difference. You know, someone will find an appeal to go to Minecraft World every year.
I'm sure.
And guarantee the prices won't be $120 a ticket.
Freaking Harry Potter Land. I don't see the joy in that.
Well, I can give my answer for next week right now. What I would enjoy.
No, you have to save it.
God damn it, Phil.
As bad as Disney is with their price gouging, they try to hide behind the fact it's Disney. You know,
It's
we're not really showing.
magical.
Universal's blatant, like
Universal. Like I was
money
talking
gouge.
to my friend Bay who watches, and he was saying that they were looking at going to Universal, and it's basically the same freaking price.
Yeah.
Well, it is. But not only that, is they knew what they were doing when they did this. The Harry Potter Land. You've been to Universal, right?
Of course, yeah.
And have you been since?
No.
What they did, and they put Harry Potter in both parks. So you have to have a park hopper pass if you want to see the complete Harry Potter experience, which is kind of bullshit if you think about it. Like if you want to go to
if you just want to go for the day,
right? If you want to see the Star Wars land, you know, when Disney opens it up, you only have to go to Hollywood. You just have to buy that one ticket.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to see, you know,
Pandora,
right? You just have to go to Animal Kingdom. It's not both. That you have to pay the park hopper pass and go for both of them. My kid will want to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's my
every
buddy
kid.
Bay right
I mean,
there.
I don't.
I know my kid. My kid. I mean, my kid would want to go now, but I don't know if my kid will want to go when it opens. Because I mean, they're talking like 2019 before it actually opens. So by then, he might not be into that. If they have a Call of Duty park, he might want to go.
I mean, not only that.
well,
like
because that's what he's getting more into.
Like Universal has better rides in general than Disney.
they're more thrill rides.
But the experience.
My wife couldn't ride anything; she was pregnant.
The
that's
experience
true.
at
but
Disney is 10 times better.
he says
than
there's a lot of competition. I mean, I get that, but I just think it's still price gouging. Just the price gouge.
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
you're talking about $1 billion company that's just making more money for their, higher ups and stuff like that.
Well,
they could bring those prices
their
down a
new
little
theme
bit.
park in Shanghai is completely tanking.
Yeah.
Like apparently like the locals or whoever visits the park have just completely trashed the park already.
Awesome.
And it just opened like a year ago.
But with that, won't you go to an NFL game?
I haven't been to one in forever, no.
But you would go.
It's too expensive.
Right.
No, I wouldn't go.
No?
That's the thing. No.
You went to
'cause
the Dodgers last year.
Hey, Ben, how much did we pay for those tickets to the Dodger game?
Just saying, in general. You're lining their pockets, and you're talking about
No.
lining their pockets.
I will line their pockets to anyone that is not price gouging me. If I can get tickets for $7, I think is what we paid for our tickets.
How
to the
much did
Dodger
you pay
game.
for your concessions?
But that's the thing. Like
I didn't.
For baseball, you can get a deal on tickets. Like,
Yeah.
There are so many games.
Even football, I can. Yeah, $7 a ticket. There you go. I mean, I'm not paying. I'm not going to pay $30 to sit in the freaking
Right, but
nosebleeds at
people
Dodger
do.
State. I know people
That's what I'm
do,
saying. People
and I think
do.
people are insane for that stuff. And that's why guys are making $20, $25 million a year, because people are willing to pay the prices to go to these games.
Right, because those owners are still bringing in.
Just like the jerseys.
hundreds
We've
of
already
millions.
talked about it on the first episode. I'm not paying $120 for a jersey. I'll order it from the freaking website from China for $29.99 because it's the same damn jersey. Price gouging's out of control, but I mean that's the American way. That's what we do.
Or capitalist society.
Yes, we are. Bills tickets right there, $20, $30. I mean, I'd probably pay for that. I mean, it's a Bills game, so I don't really know.
Well, I mean, you get what you pay for.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's still,
Nobody circles the loser board.
on a
like the
$7
Buffalo
Dodger
Bills.
dog, and a hot dog costs you, what, 25 cents?
I don't think it was 7, actually. I think it was more.
Yeah.
But, that's and just in general. Like, you're still lining millionaires
No,
and
I know
billionaires'
that.
pockets.
Of
No matter what we do.
Yeah,
I mean, most of
absolutely.
us have cable, and we pay out the ass for cable. And then you look at, like, the profits that they make and what their CEOs, I mean, there's no end, But
That's true. No, that's true. Hey, buy a Fire Stick. You can line
For the
Amazon.
record, Griffin, I am a Bills fan as well.
Yeah,
so
he is
I
a Bills
feel the
fan.
pain.
So now because of the wrestling industry and being a Bills fan, now you understand why he's bitter.
And a Mets fan.
And a Mets fan.
Well-
Holy God.
Mets have been kind of picking it up.
No, the Mets are okay. The Mets are
They
okay.
were in the World
I mean,
Series in the
speaking
past
of that,
decade.
They're picking you up just to let you down.
speaking of that was something I wanted to bring to the table is,
Pitchers and catchers have reported.
yes, they have.
Oh, yeah.
Spring training has begun.
Freaking baseball season's here.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I love baseball
Dude, did you
season.
see my post on Facebook?
I love baseball season until like July, and then I'm like, Jesus, is it over with yet?
I watched golf just because I just needed.
You ready for spring?
I needed spring.
Yeah.
And
No,
I was
saw your
watching it,
post.
and like you could
I
almost
saw your post.
like I could smell the grass. I'm just like,
Well, you're a little weird now. I mean, that's just
I know.
Well,
dude, he's smelling grass.
at least might be smoking it. I don't know.
No.
What?
Well, hello.
Hey-o.
No, so that I wanted to bring that up, but I was listening to sports radio today, and I want to ask anyone that is the 11, 12 people that it keeps fluctuating between.
Oh, please
And-
share,
and
by the
you
way.
too.
Share if you can.
Yeah, they've been sharing.
Yeah, you
they've
know,
been
share
sharing.
45 minutes in.
And
But okay,
Gary
what?
Carter, man. Yeah, Gary Carter, 5th year of the anniversary of Gary Carter passing, man. God rest his soul, man. He was a great player. All right. So you get $1 million. This is how they did it on the radio, so I'm going to do it the same way here.
Okay.
You get $1.5 million if, and will you take the challenge,
Okay.
if you can last 60 seconds with Mayweather in a boxing ring?
Oh, because Mike said that he would do it for 15 mil. He would get in the ring.
15 mil, yes, but I'm going 1.5 because the local guys.
Do
did
I
the
have
same
to
kind.
last, or I just
You have
to
to
get in
last
there?
the 60 seconds.
I would
But what
take
if he
it
knocks me
because he
out?
would just play defense.
If he
the
knocks
whole
you out,
time.
you don't win.
Oh,
As long as
I'm
you
gonna
don't
get
throw a
knocked out.
punch, he's just going to be playing defense.
not
so.
against us. He would knock us out in 10.
That's. I mean, could you last 60 seconds in the ring with Floyd Mayweather?
It's not for a lack of trying. I would try, but
I
So
like to
then
think that I could
they
take a
went
punch.
somewhere else with it
for
because
60
of the
seconds
rumor.
against a professional boxer.
You know the rumor, right?
Yeah.
The rumor
Yeah, with
of
McGregor.
Okay, in a boxing match.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the local guys. This is the local stuff
okay.
on. This wasn't Mike. I heard it on Mike and Mike, and that's why they brought it up too. But then.
Nice comment, Ben.
Oh God!
Oh, boy.
So then the guys on the local were like, "So 1.5 million. Would you take that 60-second challenge and get in a freaking octagon with McGregor?" And I was like,
No.
Oh,
no
God,
way in hell.
no.
I feel like he'd break
Nope.
my neck. I mean,
Not only
in the
that, he
shape
would-
in
he
the
would-
shape I'm in, I wouldn't do either. I mean, if
See,
I was
that's
in
not-
better, you
that's
know
not
what I'm
even
saying?
a fair. Like, it's not a fair competition. It's not like
It's
for
like
for
the-
that little of money.
Yeah,
Not-
but what
not
I find
in the
funny
grand
is
scheme of things,
how many dumb ass people would be like, "I'll do that," and then
Yeah, I
15
mean,
seconds in, they've
type
got
out shirts sell all the time. So yeah, there's idiots. I think for 1.5 mil, you just have to get in the ring and spar. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, can
to
I
last
get-
60 seconds, it's not happening
Well, I
for
mean,
any of us.
If you think about it, that's like CM Punk money, right?
yeah,
'Cause
no,
he got
no.
paid
He got paid.
to do nothing.
He got paid to get beat in less than 2 minutes.
Right, but he'd also been training for 2 years.
Yes, that's what I said. Like that's why I said there's no way in hell. Look at me. Take a shot, everyone at home. I'm an old man. I'd get my ass handed to me by either of those guys.
Dude, we'd get in the ring for 60 seconds with Ronda Rousey, and all three of us would get robbed.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Like it's
It's
not even fair.
Then the question goes, which I thought, because I even made the comment in my car out loud.
there we go. Can you get knocked out and lay in the ring for 60 seconds? Does that count?
No, you've got to last the 60 seconds. You have to still be standing in the boxing ring, or you still have to be not tapped out, I guess.
It's not going to happen.
I know it's not. But then they went one step even further, and I'm not even kidding. I made the comment in my car out loud. They're like, well, what about Mike Tyson in his prime? I'm like, Jesus Christ, there were professional boxers
Yeah,
that didn't
no,
last 60
no.
seconds.
The only reason I would try with Mayweather is because I have 100 pounds on the little guy.
Right.
I mean, granted, he's still going to hit me like a brick, but
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The Chads thing?
You might get lucky.
No, you know what? If you got knocked down at 51 seconds,
And the
you're,
guy counts.
you're not knocked out at 60.
I just got to run around like he
Depends
does.
on how fast that ref counts.
I mean, if you can stand in the corner and just block your head, But I still think he would. I still think he'd knock you out.
He'd break a rib.
That's
He's
true.
that
too.
height.
No, that's true.
So
No, that's true. That's a good.
For
point.
over $1 million, he can break any rib he wants.
I don't know, man. You get hit hard enough and you break.
But I
that
thought
rib,
it was great conversation on the
going
radio.
down.
I thought it was a cool conversation between the guys talking. I thought
Yeah.
it was funny. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring that up tonight and just see what people say.
Well, they were doing the other thing. Mike and Mike was doing was because this is a quote unquote dream match. The who did you ever want to see fight someone else for for real? And they were coming up with oh, as a kid we always wondered who would win in a fight, the Partridge Family or the Brady fight, stuff like that. I mean, they had some interesting ones in there.
I think the Partridge Family would have won that fight.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Marsha,
What would you-
Marsha.
Who would you guys want to fight?
Ooh,
A dream fight.
This is a good
Oh, like
question.
real fight?
Yes.
Like a real fist fight, like a boxing match
Yeah,
type of fight?
Just a fight. Because that's what they were talking about.
Jesus
This is a dream
Christ,
match.
I have no idea.
I have one, and they did it on Celebrity Deathmatch back in the day. The two brothers from Oasis that hate each other.
Oh, yeah.
I'd
Noel
like to.
and,
Yeah, I'd
Liam.
like to see those two go at it.
That's actually
I think
funny.
that was their names, Noah and Liam. Was
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
right?
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
That's
kind of funny.
I have no idea. I really don't.
I don't know. I've been trying to think about it ever since I heard it on the
Shaq
radio
and
this morning.
Barkley, because they seemed like they really do hate each other. But I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. I really don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, there'd be some interesting ones just to see a legit fight, but
Yeah.
CM Punk, Triple H,
A legit fight.
a legit
Clemens
fight.
and Piazza.
That's
That's actually a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I can't think of the names. The one that had the dirty slide into second that broke the guy's leg.
Chase Utley.
Chase Utley.
that
and,
wasn't a dirty slide.
It wasn't
Yeah,
a dirty slide.
I don't
He
know.
thinks it was because he's a Mets fan.
That was not a dirty
It
slide.
wasn't a
That's
dirty
baseball. And the fact that they got rid of that play in baseball pisses me off.
Yeah, well, it's
That's a baseball play.
they got to ruin everything. You know that.
Yeah, it was a dirty slide.
Oh,
That was not a dirty slide.
I don't think it was intentional.
it wasn't intentional,
I think it was a dirty slide, though.
It was a slide to break up a double play.
and he happened
That's
to
not
break a
dirty.
guy's leg.
That's not dirty. It's just-
I mean,
it
you played
happens.
baseball.
Yes,
you,
I did.
You ever,
Well, of
you ever
course
try to break
Corey's
up a
going to
double
think
play?
so. He's a Mets fan, too.
I couldn't. No, because I was.
Because you couldn't slide.
No, because I was a slow fat kid. So
Well, slow fat kids can't slide. so-
something that could have been a triple was a single for me. Come on, fella.
I intentionally took a guy out at second.
Nice.
Chad actually remembers he was on that team. That team was a bunch of
Hey,
assholes.
Griffin over here, it was dirty. Corey
Yes,
says
it
it was
was.
dirty.
It's not dirty.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Maybe, I don't know. We're old school.
Yeah, we are. I'm old, so I am old school. We've discussed this before.
It's not dirty.
All right, guys, it's getting a little late. You guys want to play a game?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
This should be interesting.
Jesus
All right.
Christ, do you have a great name for it too?
I do.
Oh. Do you need to turn? Do I need to turn so I
No,
can't
no,
see
you're
Do
that?
not
we
gonna-
actually have an answer sheet this time?
Yes, I
Cheater?
do.
And
Yes,
do
I
we have proof of this answer sheet?
Yeah, it's written here.
So that because I think you're doing this game to help Keith win, just because he can't seem to win.
There's
This awesome trophy right here.
There's no favoritism.
You're bitter about this trophy.
Fuck that trophy.
All right, so here's the premise of the game. I went on, and actually, I have to give a shout out because I'll get in trouble if I don't. The wife actually came up with this game, and I just kind of tweaked it.
So we can
a
blame
little
her
bit.
after we leave.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the deal. I got four headlines.
Four headlines.
Four headlines that are
Four headlines.
that are bizarre.
Yeah, okay.
They're strange headlines.
Now we have to pick the real.
No,
Oh.
they're all real.
So what's the game?
You have to pick what state this happened in.
Jesus Christ, it's a 1 in 50 shot.
I'm going to give you four states to choose from.
Oh,
25%.
You got 25% chance, and the
Okay.
one
Right.
that
I'm going.
has the
See,
most right answers
every
gets
time.
gets
is
the
there
win.
anything? Is there a question involving Santa Claus at all?
There's no Santa Claus
Okay.
on here. Okay.
All right.
So
Santa
your,
Claus.
your states that you have to choose from are California, New York, Florida, and Georgia. And this was all inspired because you know how really fucked up news comes out of Florida all the time.
All the time.
So this is what inspired.
So if I just say Florida on all four answers, I'm going to at least get one right. I'm hoping.
you would, but
Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
Is there one for each?
there's one for each.
Oh,
So okay.
There's no duplicates.
yeah, well,
I'll
that kind
give you
of
that.
just ruined everything because when you get to the fourth question, we're going to know the answer.
All right. So
Well, and not if he doesn't give us the answers yet.
Oh, do we have to do it as multiple choice?
well,
That's how we should have to do it.
I'm going to give you all four headlines, and then you
have to put the state with it.
And you have to put the state with it.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I'll give you a little bit more. I'm going to read all the headlines first, and then I'll go through each
Sarah
one.
lives in Florida, in Miami, and trust me, he shares shit from down there that we don't see, like, nationally. They have the craziest stuff going on down there.
Yeah, okay.
I
well,
have no idea what the hell's wrong with those
If you
people.
guys know the story, don't give it away to these guys. But
Oh,
you
no,
can
give it
also-
away,
You guys
please.
can guess
Give it
at
away
home
now.
as well.
Sarah said, "Oh, give it away now." Wow. Sarah, just let me know which one's Florida, all right, buddy? I got to get one of these right.
So I'm calling this game.
Where's the trophy for this?
No trophy. Come
God
on, guys.
damn it,
I'm on
then
a
I don't
budget.
care then.
I haven't gotten my tax return yet.
This
Come
is
on.
why I'm going to win.
Because there's no trophy.
The winner gets the Swedish
The
fish.
Swedish fish. Okay, so
I like Swedish
So
fish.
this game is called Extraordinary
Oh,
Headlines.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even want to play anymore.
Guys, seriously, anyone listening, he doesn't go over any of this with us. He just makes it up.
He doesn't go
And
over
it's
at all.
And it's fantastic. I got to agree. It is fantastic, actually.
All right, so I'm going to give you all 4 headlines
No,
first.
it's not, Studley.
Then I'm going to go back through and give some details about it,
Okay.
and then you have to pick. So,
All right.
again, California, New York, Florida, or Georgia.
All right.
Okay,
Pennsylvania.
no Pennsylvania. Headline number 1. 3 men posed as cops to skip line at video game store.
Okay.
Headline number 2. Homeowner finds landscaper having sex with family dog.
Okay.
Headline number 3. Woman's body lays undiscovered in Walmart parking lot for 3 months.
Okay.
And the last one, man arrested for tossing alligator through Wendy's drive-through window.
Okay.
So remember, California, New York, Florida, and Georgia.
What was
Okay.
the first? What was the first one?
The first one was 3 men posed as cops to skip line at video game store.
Okay.
Okay, so here's a little bit more information about each one. So for the 3 men, they pulled up in one of those former police cars that you can buy after they retire the cars, flashed fake badges to skip a line at a GameStop, and the only reason they were caught was because they ran through 3 stop signs on the way home.
What city was this in?
Not telling you.
That was a good try.
Good question.
All right. I don't think I need anything. I think I got answers.
Well,
Well,
let me
Just keep going. Keep
Okay.
going, though.
Okay.
So for the homeowner that found the landscaper having sex with the family dog, the only note I made on this one, it was a 61-year-old man, and he was caught on the family security system.
How old was the dog?
It didn't say.
Was it statutory?
Uh.
Did a double whammy?
All right. So for the woman's body in the Walmart parking lot, it was a 22-year-old, and the reason that she went undiscovered was because the tinted windows, and they had a sunshade over the windshield. And the security footage showed that the car had been parked for 3 months. It could have been longer because their security footage only goes back 3 months. So who knows how long it was actually there.
Wow.
And then for the
This one's a trick question.
alligator, the 23-year-old found an alligator on the side of the road, decided to throw it as a prank, and it was a 3.5-foot long alligator. And he's being charged with aggravated assault.
Like, that one just seems too easy that it can't be that one. Or did he do that to trick us? I feel like that's just too easy to do.
New York, Florida, California, Georgia.
Okay.
New York, Florida,
Okay,
California,
so you're
Georgia.
saying New York is the 3 men.
Yes, Florida is the guy having sex with a dog.
Okay. The woman's body is...
In California, and the alligator is in Georgia.
Okay. And
I
Harris?
just don't know why.
I was
that's
the
where I'm going.
landscaper was California.
Okay.
I was going to go,
You writing this down?
No, I'm just going to...
Jesus Christ, you're not going to remember.
well,
the cop was Florida, or the impersonating cops was Florida.
okay.
The alligator was Georgia,
Okay.
and the girl was
New York.
New York.
That's where you're
Okay.
going.
The correct answers
R.
are...
All right. So the guys that portrayed the cops was
Portrayed the
in
Cop was in New York.
New York.
1 for Lovins. The homeowners with the landscaper and the dog was Georgia.
Damn it.
I still got one.
Still got one. The woman's
I'm
body.
out. I'm out.
Yeah, I think you are.
The woman's body
I think you are.
in the Walmart parking lot,
I got none.
California. That's 2 for you.
I got 2. And obviously that's all I got.
Yeah, and then the
Is it Florida?
The Florida was the alligator.
That's just too easy.
That's why I went Georgia.
I knew you guys would overthink it, so that's
Yeah.
why I
What a
went with
dick.
God, I like that.
that.
That's
So
a
once
good.
again,
That's
Muffins
good.
gets the Swedish.
Hey, that's all right. Everyone
Right
online-
here, folks.
Chad
right
got it
here.
wrong. Corey got him wrong too. So
Right here. Yeah. You know, as the award-winning member of this podcast, I'll tell you something.
I'm eating your prize, pal.
I'll just take the Sour Patch Kids instead. No, go ahead. Oh, for the love.
come on.
Dude. Why would you do that?
What?
He's
Thanks,
picking
dude.
them up.
Seriously, thanks.
What happened?
That's kind of stupid, but whatever. Go ahead.
So yeah, I thought that was fun.
Oh, it's awesome.
They're pretty messed up headlines.
I didn't know what state it was, but I had actually heard about the girl being found.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I heard about that somewhere, but
Yeah, it was like an overdose situation. Like how
I don't think we can put anything on the green screen, Doug.
How-
Not on Facebook.
how
at
does
least.
it go 3 months without somebody
It's
checking
Walmart.
the car? Security?
There's a Walmart.
Anybody?
No.
No.
They hire like some 18-year-old to be security there. Wasn't
these-
Pun security in a Walmart?
I don't think it was security, but
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't security. It was like electronics manager or something.
Whatever.
doing something.
I mean, it
I don't
looks
know.
like security, obviously.
But I thought like I threw in. I was originally going to do 3. I was going to do California, New York, and Florida.
Well, there you go. He was loss prevention at one point.
But then the alligator, I was like, it's too obvious. So I had to throw in Georgia to throw off the gator sense.
You shouldn't have told us that they didn't repeat.
No?
Nope.
Maybe I'll do that next time. Should I do
Sure,
another game?
Katrina.
Want me to do another game next week?
Yeah, do games every week, man. We got to
Okay.
have fun here.
All right.
We do got to figure out how to let people call in, though.
Okay.
I think that's something we got to look into.
All right. So we'll work on that. I'll come up with a game next week, and hopefully.
No, that's a great idea, Doug
What's-
says.
what's
Green
that?
screen. They put your matches on behind us. I think that's a great idea.
We want people to stay
Yeah, come on.
watching.
Oh, that's right. We still want people to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. So so next week I'll come with another game. Harris, come up with something. Come on, bring something to the table.
I did. I brought a broken lightsaber. Needs to be charged.
Can you bring a toy that works?
No,
Listen,
you know
pal.
what? Nah, I don't want him to bring anything. Who the hell knows with this guy?
It needs batteries.
Yeah, it does. All right, folks. See you next week.
Next week.
Peace.